If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 410. Still Got Game's official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
And I am Roger the Hitman Roken.
And I am Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
And we've got no Yant and no Tiff tonight, so just the three of us.
They're coming. They'll be back soon.
Just the three of us.
The Reliables.
Oh, no. Listen to your hot tea or whatever the fuck you spilled on yourself. There's two reliables here, and then there's a semi-unreliable here. Yes, it's semi-unreliable.
You missed one show, and they already throwing you to the wolves.
But you could have come, but you're like, I'm hot.
I got shot at that show, and I still made it.
Yep.
I think we need to get video footage of that. There's got to be a security cam that's got you diving on top of that poor girl to save her.
Oh, no. Too soon.
Too soon. But yes, we are back after a couple weeks off, and it's summertime, so sorry. There's nothing we can do. If you're in chat right now and you want us to discuss something during the show, pop it in there and we'll try to work in the show. Otherwise, we'll just hop right in the show proper with the mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's show. And remember, if you want to leave us a voicemail, it will cut you off after a minute. Archiez comments. Did I mention how much I hate the summer? Not having a new episode every week makes me hurt physically. I hope you guys front-loaded your summer vacations and that August will be smooth sailing. No. I still haven't taken my summer vacation yet, so no.
Do you have a summer vacation coming up?
I do in August.
I never really understood why people go on vacation at the best time of the year. I never really understood that.
Well, because kids aren't in school and don't.
Well, yeah.
That's really the only reason. I take vacations other times of the year, but you always have to do something during the summer.
You're just making winter sound even better. It's cold. Kids are in school. They can't come. Perfect time to go. To me, at least. I don't know.
We went to Hershey Park just this last week, so I mean that's not open in the winter. You got to do it in the summer. So.
No, that's true. And I have my I have something in August. And then later on in October, I'll be gone for a Cedar Point trip. So,
nice.
With
best
GBMS.
coaster park in the world.
Yep. So that'll be good times. So yeah, we did not front load our summer vacations. Selden, have you already been on a vacation?
No, I'm going next week. Taking something, but
okay.
I won't be here next week. So.
No, you're not one of the reliables, so we knew that. But
wow. Technically, it's a holiday next week for me.
What holiday is next week?
I don't know.
Canadian Lampoon Day.
Even you have so many holidays, you can't keep track of them.
No, it's the August one. That's all I know. The August holiday.
Does your federal government ever work?
Oh my gosh.
We're all busy getting high.
All right, so sorry, Archies. And on a similar note, Kill Architect comments. Ignore my comment from last week. My new comment. Going 2 weeks without an episode is just plain cruel. As a new listener, I just am completely hooked on your show. My favorite gaming podcast followed closely by the CADcast, but those guys tend to ramble off topic too much.
I keep hearing about this CADcast thing. Who are these guys?
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
I gotta find out because Cheapy moved back to Long Island, so I gotta hook up with him at some point.
I've heard of them. I just never listened to them. I don't even know what they look like. Nothing.
My first PAX East panel, I had Wombat from the CADcast on. Stuart Nocht. And we see Cheapy every year at PAX East, at E3. Dave Abrams. So
you should make a trip down here. We can make arrangements to meet up with those guys.
Why don't you go see them at Long Island Retro?
I was thinking about that, but I'm just getting back from camping that week, and I'm going to be a sloppy, dirty mess. So,
or you guys can do a dual show episode.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, they're up at episode 600, I think, or almost.
Yeah.
But when we hit our episode 200 or 300, he was one of the people that called and gave us a little special shout out, along with Larry Herb and Michael Pachter and all of our friends that called in for episode 200 or maybe 300, whatever it was.
I
It had to be
remember that.
200. Yeah.
And not the actor guy that we talked about before.
That was
No.
before all our times except for Derek.
Yeah, you guys were just fans at that time.
Yeah, we
it
were
was
just
it's
fans.
so crazy. Look, this is what can happen, fans. You can go from fans to being part of the machine. So
It's the best experience ever.
so yeah, don't think that listening doesn't bring you anywhere, because look at these guys. We're all rolling in it right now. So
He won't let us out of the basement.
I was at a wedding on Friday and I got called a celebrity.
well, see, look at that.
Celebrity. Oh,
Yeah. One of the guys that listens to the show is like, this is the guy we were listening to on the way up here.
Oh wow, nice. See, look at that. See?
wait until the after show. I tell you what, the internet's been calling me lately.
Oh, nice. But yeah, so obviously, and Kill Architect's first comment was the exact same thing, except he said going a week without an episode, and then he sent he or she sent in a change. So hopefully we'll start to square away our schedule soon. And I apologize. Little Angel comments. You all have been without a sponsor for too long. Did you ever consider hiring a PR firm to push the show with advertisers?
Yeah, Derek, you ever thought about that?
Yeah, like, I'm going to spend money that we don't make,
You can't
money to
make
make
money
money.
without spending money.
but we don't make money to spend money.
Well,
Like,
maybe we would start making money if we spent a little money.
I pay for our phone number.
Nobody
should
calls it.
Something used to. We should kick him off the show so we'll start calling again.
Wow. You should go down to Boston University and hire a summer intern to be our PR rep.
Get a PR intern. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Listen, I'd like you to intern for Still Got Game. What? Still Got Game. You know, the Too Old to Play's who? Yeah, Too Old to Play's podcast, Still Got Game. What? Yeah. Although there was that point, we have had some comments come in time to time that said we were popular at college parties. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think twice we've heard that, but who's counting? So no, I didn't really consider that as a serious option, Little Angel, but maybe we'll rethink that and see what happens. All right, and last but certainly not least, Altius asks, what are your thoughts on the new information that Sony was the one to reach out to Microsoft to get their cloud partnership off the ground? What does that say about the state of things at PlayStation? And
When I first heard about that joint partnership thing,
you know,
first thing I thought was, yeah, Sony went to them first. Like,
okay, so you did think that.
yeah, like, they have the worst network out of the major two.
They don't have their own cloud-based.
Yeah, they don't have their. Well, yeah, they don't have as much money as Microsoft. Like, yeah, it just made sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I never really thought about it at the time, like who went to who. But in retrospect, now it seems to make sense.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's only a few big players in the cloud-based service, really, that when it comes down to it.
And nobody wants to work with Google because they make shit. And yeah,
So it's not a surprise that
Well-
Sony would be the ones to reach out for it. So
I also think the reason they reached out is because they're actually both worried about Google. I think.
wow. Are you being serious, or you're just blowing smoke up Zelda's
No, I'm
ass?
being serious.
Oh.
From the aspect of, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, there's just not enough room for three, so it's the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's just better if those two are the ones that control it and not let another one in. I don't know.
Okay.
But you look at the platform, the power that those Google and Microsoft both already have established. For Sony to even think about establishing their own cloud base and trying to get the server structures,
never gonna happen.
it's
They're
way out of their ballpark for
Right.
what they would like to spend on it. So
Yeah, they're so far behind Amazon and Google and Microsoft at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it would make sense. But at the same time, you could also argue it would have made sense for them to maybe partner up with Amazon.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have thought that would have been their first choice. Maybe they did go to them first, and the price was too high. So,
yeah. Although Amazon does not have like some of the gaming sort of ads to the cloud services. They're more of like, you spawn up the server and this, but it wasn't built from the ground up for gaming like Microsoft's Azure stuff was. So
who's Netflix use as their cloud base, or do they have their own?
I don't know. That's a good question.
If it was Netflix had their own stuff, I'd say that I would see Sony going with them, but
no. Yeah, you never know. But then again, Sony is also, they have Sony Pictures, and they have a whole different conflict of interest with Netflix. So, I don't know. I just found it to be an interesting story, and I don't know what it says about the state of things at PlayStation, except they definitely cannot do their own cloud stuff. So, but great question, Altius, as always. And if any of you have great questions like these, give us a call, 773-527-2961, and email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over to what we're playing? Hit, what have you been playing this week?
I haven't really been playing much. I was at Comic-Con this past week, so no gaming really. I did get to see some gaming at Comic-Con that I can maybe talk about. So
what did you see?
They showed actual gameplay of the Avengers game, or the one that we saw at E3.
The one where they don't look like the Avengers?
There was actually no gameplay there. So yeah, I was able to see, they showed us a nice demo of everything. It is more like Spider-Man than I thought it was going to be, which is a good thing, because I was really worried about the gameplay of that game. But yeah, the game looks good. They're still working on it, and it has a lot of promise. I don't know if it'll be as good as Spider-Man, but it'll be up there, I think.
Wow, that's a pretty strong statement, then.
Like, the character models are still a little rough, but like all the voice actors came out. I didn't realize what voice actors they had.
Oh, that's the only good thing they have, is they had the who's who of voice actors.
Yeah.
Everyone from Nolan North to fucking you name it. But they didn't pay Marvel to license the faces, which was the bad thing.
Yeah.
So,
now, is that going to be a PlayStation exclusive as well, like Spider-Man?
I
don't know
if I saw it on PC. I don't know.
No, it definitely was all the consoles. Well, all the real consoles.
What does that mean?
Well, not the Switch. Yeah.
Not a real console?
No, it's a handheld.
Oh,
okay.
Here we go.
It's a handheld with a TV adapter.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the new DS.
It's even going further with their new version.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the new one doesn't even have the TV out. So yeah, tell me I'm wrong. Internet, prove me wrong. All right. So fair enough. All right, Selden, what are you playing this week?
I have not played any AAA titles, so I had nothing to report.
All right, That's good. I'm glad that you've self-selected to take off the stuff that no one cares about. That's very good.
Just Harry Potter and Pokemon Go are probably the only things that are worth talking about.
All right.
The event was fun, so.
Oh yeah, I did manage to play some Pokemon at the at Comic-Con.
That's right. You came out of your retirement.
Shinies.
I don't think I got a gift from you though.
I don't give out gifts.
Well, I did not play my unannounced title yet this week because my launcher client uninstalled it, and no new version has been installed, which usually means that that's the last one you get. So since our last show, that happened. So I haven't played any of that.
I definitely got to be a break of the NDA, right? Right, Selden?
No, I think that the NDA is over. You can talk about it now.
No, you're NDA'd until launch day when they say all NDAs are up. So
why don't you put that up on the screen so we can read it for you and see if that's true?
Just show us the launcher. You talked about the launcher already. It's got to be
all these different games have their own launchers. Like that's how they push you the updates and how they they keep you updated and how they uninstall it when they want you to be done. So, so I also played some Borderlands 2, which is still pretty sick. I've been playing a shitload of Harry Potter Wizards Unite. I'm level 30 in that, crushing through that content. At the same time, still juggling my fucking Pokemon Go. I'm catching my Shadow Mons and all this other stuff, and doing it's been pretty fun. And then in my sit around on the couch and do nothing time when you don't have to think about it, that's my Toon Blast time. And I did play a little bit, just one night of the Project 1v1.
All I'm hearing here is that Derek is not a gamer, right?
I literally am playing unreleased titles. I'm playing new titles. I'm playing things that you can't play, and that's because I'm not playing a battle royale. Wait a second.
That's what you
said
say.
You played.
That's
you
what
said
you
you
say.
played nothing except for Pokemon. That was your this week.
Sea of Thieves, of course. But I don't have to mention that.
Like,
I'm playing Sea of Thieves as we speak.
Technically, you are. Yes. But yes, these are all real games, and I feel like your jealousy is kind of making you say mean things. So that's my take on this.
Stop
Jealousy.
being mean.
Jealousy.
Oh, all right. Well, on that, why don't we hop on over into the new release? The only new release out this week is Madden NFL 20 out for the Xbox One, the PS4, and the PC.
They need to stop.
I don't know. Like, I feel like they did some good shit this year. Like every 2, 3, 4 years, they finally do something that you're like, well, it's more than just a roster update.
Yeah, well, that's what they should do. They should not make it for 2 years and then the third year put it out, and people will be buying that shit like crazy.
But they should give you the roster updates for $30 between those years or something like that. Yes, I absolutely agree. But this Superstar X Factors thing that they added this year is game changing. So they basically what they did is they picked 50 NFL players who really are superstar game changer guys with X factors. Like they are the guy that can change a game. So basically what it is it's really hard to describe. But so what you have is like you do something over and over and over, and then you get in the zone or like you're on fire kind of thing. And then that
turns an NBA Jam into the game.
That turns on your zone ability. So, like one of the examples they gave is Julian Edelman, wide receiver for the Patriots. So once he makes enough catches or whatever it is, whatever the thing is that keys this thing off, he gets in the zone, and his superstar ability is the Slot-O-Matic, which means he excels at route running and contested catches when running routes from a slot receiver position. Or they have Mahomes, quarterback for the Chiefs. So once he makes X number of passes, he gets the bazooka ability. So when he's in the zone, it increases his maximum pass distance by 30 yards. So, like, all of these things, like, they kind of... It's kind of like in real life when you're watching football and someone, like, steps up for a game, one of these key go-to players, and they like, think Gronk. Like, just... absolutely amazing gameplay for a game that changes the tide of a game. And that I think at least they're looking into things to keep the game different instead of doing the same thing over again. And because I have EA access, I can play it for free, at least for 10 hours. So I'll give it a shot like I do every year. And maybe this will be the year that I buy it.
No.
It's a big no fucks given for me.
Not going to happen.
All right. All right, well then, since there's so little new releases and everything else, now we'll go over the shitty news stories for the summertime. Anyone want to jump on one of these gaming news stories, or you want me to start with one?
Start one.
All right. EA Access PS4 out now as Madden 20 Early Access begins. So,
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, like so only a mere 7 years after EA Access showed up on the Xbox One, it is now on the PlayStation 4, and you can get it there if you're a PlayStation subscriber. It's not cross-console. You can't just be a member on one and have it on all. But yeah, so now you can get EA Access as well and get your early access to games. You get your 10 hours of gameplay free. You get a whole back catalog of some old games, and you get a discount when you want to buy games. So that is now out on the PS4. So welcome to 2012.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are either you guys EA Access guys too?
No.
I didn't see the value in it, so passed.
For me, it was like they priced it so cheap. Like I felt like I couldn't not get it. It's $30 a year. Like that's insane.
Oh, I thought it was $10 a month. I guess not. I guess
No.
I'm thinking back.
No, $30 a year is like you can accidentally spend $30. You can not get a bottle of Tito's, and that's your $30 right there. So, yeah. Not that I'm saying don't get Tito's, get your Tito's, but also
Gotta buy your Tito's.
also get EA Access. So, Blue says it's $10 a month or $30 for a year, which is priced that way probably to prevent people from just getting it the months that a game is coming out that they want to play the early access of.
See, I was right and you were right. We're both right.
I was more right.
Yeah.
See how there was no hesitation in my sentence? Yes. All right. So neither you guys have this. Neither you guys plan on doing this at all. No.
Nah.
All right. Well, then next story. Who wants one?
I'll jump on one. Bethesda removing mandatory login from Doom re-releases after fan backlash. I just think it's a good story because it just shows that the power of the fans can push a company to remove something that's just stupid.
It was fucked up to have that in there, right? Like
Yeah.
they literally took old games and they were re-releasing them, and someone had to work and write all this code to connect them to the Bethesda Net stuff. Like, and for no reason.
Yeah.
There's literally no reason for that to happen. So, and the whole internet got pissed. I saw all these awesome memes that had to do with it at the time. So it's good to see that Bethesda listened, although their statement on it was something like, well, we put it in there. It was meant to be optional. I don't know. We don't understand why it comes up right as soon as you sign on and is mandatory. And that part I do not fucking believe at all. Like,
I'm surprised they didn't come out with it's the value added feature. We were trying to link all your games together.
yeah, that's pretty fucked up, right? Now, granted, there is something you get in the game for logging in, which is why it's there. Like there's some perk or something that comes with it, but it's weird that it was mandatory if you're going to get a perk for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but good on Bethesda for realizing they fucked up quickly and quickly scrambling to undo their fuck up. Boom. All right. Next story.
I'm surprised you don't have this story on here.
Oh,
So I'm just going to talk about it.
All right, you can add it.
Pokemon Go is getting its own invitational tournament at the 2019 World Championships.
I didn't even know this hit. You're
What?
you're breaking news.
No, this
Breaking
happened.
news,
This
breaking
happened
news.
like 8 hours ago, bro.
Okay, well, I was at work.
He
So-
totally misses all the news that happens on the Monday and gives us the morning news from the Monday.
Oh my god! All right. So tell us more about this hit. Yeah.
This will be the first time that the mobile title has had an official tournament as a Pokemon Play event. The tournament will start after the opening ceremony on August 16th at the 2019 World Championships.
How does this work?
I
Is it?
don't know.
Is there going to be some new mode in
8
Pokemon Go?
competitors will battle it out in Pokemon Go to become the first invitational champion, but only 7 of them have been invited to compete.
I mean, it's got to be a manual bracket that they're keeping for PvP, and and then just work your way through the tree.
And I think they also announced trainer tips as one of the guest commentators, which is weird because I feel like he's the best Pokemon player I know.
Yeah. Well, so why wouldn't you want to participate?
I
then?
don't know.
Yeah.
So apparently he's announcing he hasn't been invited.
That's really weird. So Selden's probably right. They're probably just going to do PvP battles.
Yeah, it'll probably be PvP battles. Yeah, for sure.
1v1 with your 3 Mons, and then have some kind of bracket that you work your way through. And yeah, I don't know. That's fucked up. Like, how hard is that though? Like, it's you don't know what mons the other guy's picking before you pick yours, so you're going in
real Pokemon.
So you're going in blind, and the whole dynamic of the game is to tap that thing as fast as fucking possible. And the only decision you make is, all right, he's ready to use his fucking super. Am I going to use one of my 2 shields or not? That's the only decision you make at all in the thing. Otherwise, it's tap, 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 and then you're fucking super, and you blow it. So...
Well, they did update the supers. Now there's randomness to how you have to swipe.
That's true. That's true. But this looks like something that some guy would set up in the corner of the convention hall and nobody would even show, except it's Pokemon Go.
Let's see. Let's give it a shot. We have no idea.
Yeah,
could be good.
It's still holding out. He's going to be picked as one of the 7.
No, God, no. God, no. Let's just hope to see if this makes the game even better than it is now, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. Anything that brings more people to Pokemon Go, right. Like just when everybody says it's dead, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, Saturday was fucking a Wizards Unite community day, and I went out in my local town, and they're like not in a city. And there was a shitload of people out for the Wizards Unite Community Day. The next day was the Pokemon Go Community Day, and I went out and did that, and there was a shitload of people out for that. So, like, these games, despite people's hatred, like, unnecessary hatred, people are playing the fuck out of Niantic shit. People like Niantic games, and Niantic does something right that makes these games approachable and accessible and enjoyable and repeatable. So
I don't think it has anything to do with the licensed properties.
Because it's Pokemon and Harry Potter? Yeah,
it's a huge amount to do with
that's why nobody played Selden's stupid game.
So I don't know if people really like
There's also the
games.
No.
I think Niantic nails it. I think with the titles that they're using, and I think their integration into how the real-to-life games are played, I think they got a good niche, and I think they're running with it. But yeah, I think 100% it's the titles that they're getting that is making the huge difference. Yeah,
that's what. Yeah, if you look at the people that play those games versus the people that play Ingress, and granted, the Ingress people did all the work. Like they played a stupid game and took pictures of shit and made all these things that we get to use in our good games. But how often do you go back and play Ingress now?
I still have it on my phone. I pop it up every now and then when I hit something.
Right, so that's when every now and
if I get a call up for somebody to take down a field or a link, I'll do it. So
but that's not playing it. But you see, it's not the same thing. So Niantic started. They had an idea of let's get people out in the real world and do real world shit. But it took the licenses to. It's right. It was the licenses and skinning that map infrastructure with something else that's fun to make those games actually commercially successful. So, yeah. I don't know.
But on the other hand, I think they're making a boatload of money because most of what they do centers around the driving people to have to buy something.
I don't know. I've played this fucking Wizards. I played this Wizards game, and except for day one when they had hey, you're new to Wizards, it was either $2.99 or $3.99, and I was like, I love Niantic. I'm gonna buy whatever this day one thing is, and I bought it from them. But they give you so many fucking coins in that game, and the only thing you have to spend those coins on is energy storage. That's the one commodity that you run out of. So as long as you take every coin you make, and every day you make anywhere between at least a minimum of 12, and then as you're finishing achievements, you're getting 30 here, 40 here. Every time you get the 150, you fucking upgrade your storage. I have 205 storage for energy now, and I just roll. And when I make sure when I get home from work, I'm full, and I can play the whole night, and I'm back at the next day. So
yeah, you obviously play it a little bit. Even when I was at Hershey Park, I was running around with the Wizards run. I still never maxed out the energy that I had storage space for.
Selden,
I don't know how you do it.
Don't feel bad, Selden. Selden. He plays the game as someone that's not a gamer. He's not spending any time playing games. You are spending time playing games, so
this is
you don't
a
have
game
time to wait to play it like
this
Derek
is a
does.
game that I play from my car. Like I can fill my energy. I can fill 205. I can go from 0 to 205 energy between work and home, and my commute is 12 minutes. So figure.
And he
figure
drives
that
3
the fuck
miles an
out.
hour.
No, that's the beauty of this. It's not like Pokemon Go. You can fucking flip those things at 100 miles an hour if you want to. Like it's not like it's not speed limited like Pokemon Go. As long as you can open it and get the swipe, boom. Even if it says you didn't get it, if you click OK and turn around and look, and if there's a little smoke coming out of the chimney, you fucking got it. And if you look at your energy before and after, you'll see you got some. So
maybe it doesn't work the same on Android.
well, that's probably true. Those phones are fake. And costly for people.
Anyways, talking about Android.
oh, you want
Android is unofficially available for Nintendo Switch is the next article we're going to talk about. Looks like they're more integration into the Switch to bring so that you can install Android on the Switch so you can play some of the games and titles that are on there as well through your Switch, which is actually a pretty cool little feature for those people that, have citywide Wi-Fi or something like that. So
yeah, but so the downsides of this are, one, you need newer Switches this doesn't work on because they're not hackable. And two, you're still always taking a risk when you are fucking flashing the BIOS of your shit with some fake other BIOS. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a sanctioned OS for the Switch, and I guess it's still a little wonky, but I don't know. It's cool. Like, I like when people hack things and put Linux on them, so this is kind of another similar thing. Yeah. And I guess if you really were an Android person that wanted a squished Android tablet with controllers on both sides, you got it. So, I don't know.
Well, maybe Yant can now use his son's cardboard and he can download Pornhub or something 3D on.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, that was just I don't even know what to say. That was fucked up. Yeah. But anyways, way to fix that. Just use the anyway segue. All right. I'll jump on a story. The one that everyone's talking about. Teen Fortnite champion won more than Tiger Woods at the Masters.
Well, okay, why do they have to make titles like this? Like, I hate when they do titles like this.
Because this is comparing a little shitbird kid that won $3.5 million against Tiger Woods, one of the greatest golfers of all time, that won the fucking Masters and only got $2.1 million.
Yeah, but that's so dumb. You can say that about anything. About anybody.
This kid won more than the Women's World Cup team won when we fucking won. Like, that's fucked up. This kid's a little piece of shit.
But like,
what I don't get is
it's not even that big of an article because Dota teams have won way more. Like even a player on a 5-man Dota team has made more than this kid. Like, it's such a stupid. I hate when they do stories like this. I'm sorry, to be honest, this is dumb. Like the kid made a lot of money. He won. If anything, it should be there's a new Fortnite champion. He's 16 years old. Like, why does it have to be that he won more money than a sports athlete? Like, because
real people that are not gaming adjacent or like us, they're like, what the fuck? Why did this kid get $3.5 million for playing a stupid video game? The game I yell at my kids for playing. And like, imagine Joe Sixpack in his family room who he's like, Fuku, stop playing your fork knife over there and come and do the lawn. Like, that guy sees this news and he's like, what the fuck? That kid played fork knife and he beat Tiger Woods in earnings this year? Like, it's not scaling right. None of this is scaling right. And all of this is going to be course corrected. All the streamer money is eventually going to dry up. Like, things are out of control right now. Things have blossomed into insanity. And eventually someone's going to realize that this is not the sustainable market going forward. I'm sorry. I always liked esports. Like, I've been friends with Fatality for 20 fucking years. But it's not the same thing. Those were like, his big wins were like 50,000, 25,000. like the amount that this is scaled to now is insane.
The
that
Dota
whole
guys
tournament-
won over 20 mil. Like,
But that's because Dota has that. What do they call it? It has a name.
the Invitational.
The Invitational, and
Yes.
and they bait people into just buying into shit that adds to the prize pool. It's not really a genuine prize pool.
So
These people are getting.
so what they do is they have a seasons pass. It's called a compendium. Comes with a bunch of skins and stuff, and
Yep.
it's like a yearly thing. Like, you know, if you buy this compendium, you're helping to put money
The
into
prize
the
pool.
Like what Dota's doing, esports wise, like they're like top of the game. Like these guys are.
Yeah, but that's why
they
theirs
started
is
off at a
jacked up.
mil, and they've gone their way up to like I think it's like past
30. I thought it was 30
Is
mil
it
this
30
year.
mil this year?
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's they started off at 1. Like,
Dude,
I think
Code Monkey and I were talking about this 12 years ago, and it was getting up to like 10 million at that time. It was insane for
yeah,
that time.
every year they keep going more and more and more. Like, what they're doing is like perfect. Like, I hope Fortnite. I hope Fortnite does stuff like that. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're selling stuff that cost them nothing. They made a skin, so they make this pack of skins that have a fake artificial value that then they sell to people for real money, that then they take part of that real money and it's their profit. They take the other part, they put in this prize pool, and everybody wins except for the people that paid $100 for skins. Like those are the people that don't win.
Like when I first saw this article, I was thinking, oh, it is like a no-name guy came out of nowhere and won over $3 million or whatever it was. Then I actually like do investigate onto the story. It's not even that at all. He's just a kid. He's 16. He's known in the scene. Like he won. It's their first big tournament. Apparently, a lot of people won money. Like I think if you were in the
Everybody got
top,
at least 50 G's. Yeah.
if you were in the top 12 or something, like you got home with a lot of money.
No, if you were invited to these finals, you got at least 50 G's.
Like that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's multiple things. There was 2v2 also, right? And was there even larger group?
His was the singles. That's the only one that everyone's talking about. But yeah, I don't know. I think that he got this at the right time because this is going to dry up. This is right now. Everybody is kicking money back in. Like, look, fucking Robert Kraft, owner of the Patriots, owns a fucking Overwatch team. When's the last time that Overwatch was in the cultural zeitgeist? When's the last time either of you guys played Overwatch?
Yeah, but they have like a functioning league. Like
I know, but that's the problem. Who gives a fuck about watching Overwatch at this point?
They have people watching them. Though. That's the thing. Like they have a functioning sports league that they have viewers. Like
Yeah, but
they have franchises. They have owners.
I know, but that's where all the money is coming from.
Rick Fox is an owner. They have a lot of celebrity owners.
Yeah, but all this stuff came from the fact that all that money came from the fact that they sold these franchises. I don't think there's enough money to come in to sustain this. Like,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
When's the last time you went and watched Overwatch? Except when you were scrolling by ESPN and it happened to be on.
What does that matter when I'm watching Overwatch though? They have people that are watching them, like a lot of people, to justify having a league.
Okay, I don't.
People with salaries.
Okay, but they picked a game that is a snapshot in time and built a league around it. It's one thing to build like MLG, have a thing where you have a first-person shooter, and every couple years you're changing out that shooter to keep up with the times.
Yeah,
like
we're talking. This is a different age now. One of the biggest esports games currently on the planet is one of the oldest games currently in the planet. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter about time anymore. Like I don't know if you've noticed, but like gaming has evolved over the years. We keep trying to tell you this with battle royales. Like this is another instance of the gaming industry evolving. Like you can sustain around one title. Overwatch is proving it. Like when did that come out? 5 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Like if they didn't come out with the league at the beginning and they come out at the end, like obviously the game.
That was the most fucked up part. Like we talked about in the show, it seemed like too late when they were creating the league. It was like we had all stopped playing Overwatch at the time.
Like it seems like Fortnite is heading down that same route. Like it takes games a while to figure out how to be what we always make fun of the term esports ready. Like I think Fortnite's getting there. Overwatch is already there. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
Capone's right. Fortnite is an anomaly. Like it hit at the right time with the right thing, and they had all of these fucking seasons. They were the first guys to really put all this together. And then Epic Games made so much fucking money. Like I'm telling you, when I was out at E3 and went to that fucking Fortnite thing where Ninja won and they had this giant party and the whole fucking Olympic Stadium was Fortnite and I had fucking weird drinks and the pizzas and everything. Like it was literally they must have spent $2, $3, $5 million on a party. Like that's nuts. And it's because so much they're just raking it in hand over fist because they've got every kid that wants to buy these skins. Like it's insane.
Imagine if they go the Dota route and they have like an invitational, and anytime you buy a season's pass, a little percentage of it is going to some prize pool,
some tournament.
Yeah.
They could absolutely.
Didn't Halo do that too? With the with their Halo League, like if you bought their pack, part of the proceeds went to the pool. Thought they did that too. I wasn't just Dota. Like Dota's the one that started it, but
even Overwatch did that. You could buy the skins of your favorite fucking team, and
part of it would go towards.
Part of it goes towards that team. Yeah. So I don't know. It just seems like this right now. We're in this sweet spot, but it's not. It can't sustain. It just can't. It's too many things change in gaming, and like even look at the fickle bitches. Like everybody's like, oh, Fortnite, oh, PUBG's better now, oh, Apex Legends is the best, that's all I play is Apex. Like it's the fucking chick of the week. It's whoever's got the hottest tits that everybody's over there with. Like nobody gives a shit. As soon as the new girl comes with her giant boobs, everybody's going to her. Like it's the game of the week. Except where our weeks are 6 months or a year. Like
I don't know. Further apart now.
Yeah, it's changing a little bit on a longer cycle, but none of these things are going to be around after a certain amount of time. And Fortnite, they're doing the best of anyone to adapt to this because they're doing all these seasons. They constantly reinvent the game. Apex did the worst at it. People loved Apex when it came out. People bought that
now,
fucking.
But even Apex now has copied them. Like
they did the seasons.
Yeah,
season 2 they had to fix because everybody felt like they got fucked when they bought that season 1 pass. Apex could do nothing wrong, and then they finally sold a season pass, and everybody's like, "This is fucking stupid! Like I just wasted my money on this," and everybody hated it. So they're like, "All right, guys, what did Fortnite do? Let's do the same." All right, and that's
Fortnite season 1 sucked too.
Okay, but they were pioneering
bare bones.
Everybody else has something to follow. Like, it's one thing if you're the guy originating something and you don't do it right the first time. It's another thing if you've seen someone do it for 6 seasons and you're like, we've got it. They don't know what they're doing. They only made $700 billion last year. We're going to do it our way. No, that's stupid. Like, it's fucking idiotic. All they had to do was copy it, and they didn't. And then they realized after the fact that they should, and they did. So... I don't know.
Let's go to the Segway story.
Are we on the PUBG story?
Yeah, after
you take exciting to catch my breath.
PUBG dev is cool with Fortnite Studio Epic Games now. What kind of title is this? Like some surfer dude wrote this.
I know, like no news stories were ever written like this when we were kids. Now it's like you have to write a story like that. They're cool with them. Yeah, more like. Yeah, they fucked up and they realized that it's not something you can copyright. And then Apex did it too, and everybody's doing it. And because you use Epic Games engine, yeah, now we should probably be bros since we don't want you to stop being our engine. Yeah.
So the story says the relationship between the Fortnite developer and publisher Epic Games and PlayerUnknown's Battleground developer PUBG Corp was believed to be somewhat, I can't say that word ever, fractious? Is that right? No.
Point at it with your mouse. Where is it? Fractitious?
Yeah, so I did say right. Given the two games competition, not to mention PUBG Corp's attempted suing of Epic less than 2 years ago,
We all thought that story was idiotic at the time.
is now claimed that that couldn't be further from the truth.
Because we're cool, dude.
Yeah,
we're
we're
good.
cool now.
We're bros now. We're bros.
I mean, it's too late.
Mm,
Fortnite took all of PUBG's hype.
Yeah.
it's like
it's a shame.
it's like PUBG broke up with his girlfriend, and then Fortnite started dating it, and then PUBG was like, "No, I want her back, man. I'm going to tell everyone." And then Fortnite was like, "Whatevs. We're cool. Look at us. We're happy over here." And then now PUBG's like, "Yeah, we're just friends now. You know, I'm happy that she's happy with Fortnite." Yeah. Like, it's the whole thing is fucked up. Like, this is so childish. Everything that happened in this story is fucked up.
Yeah, everything.
Yes. The lawsuit was fucked up to begin with. And now to have to come out and be like, no, we're cool. We're cool. We got
I still, it really.
Yeah, maybe there was some money that traded hands behind the scenes, and now they're cool.
Maybe.
Yeah, you never know.
Like, dude, this
the
is going to
whole-
bring us down a little bit. We're going to slide you a couple 100,000. You're going to be cool with us. We're going to be cool with you. It'll be good.
The whole
Yep.
Fortnite being so popular thing, the reason why it bugs me so much is because a
It's
lot
'cause
of
the game
people
sucks.
don't realize like where Fortnite came from. Like they don't know its history. Like they don't know that they just fucking copied PUBG. And
No one knows that PUBG just copied the thing that PUBG did first for, what do you call it?
But like
Um,
PUBG made BR
Not the
games
killing
cool,
floor.
right?
It was.
Like
Yeah.
they like I don't know, maybe this is a little bit conspiracy theory, but Epic Games had PUBG's files on their servers because they were licensing out the Unreal Engine, right?
Yeah, I feel like this is conspiracy theory. Yes,
It's a little like I've it's not the first.
No, it's very.
I've heard this story from a bunch of people, and they're like, I wouldn't be surprised if Epic looked at their stuff and was like, oh, that's how they're able to get 100 people on a map. Like, oh, okay, and then like they just copied
So you're
that
saying they
game mode
reverse engineered
into their Fortnite game that people don't realize was a tower defense game.
But people have done, like, the fact that no one besides EA was doing more than 64 players was insane, because World of Warcraft has been able to have hundreds of players on the same screen at the same time for
Yeah,
years,
but that's an
for
MMO,
10 years.
not an actual.
No, but it's still taking into account people moving and the direction they're moving and what they're doing. Like,
spells, weapons.
everything comes down to what direction are you facing, what speed are you moving, and what are you doing at that moment.
Yeah, then you got to think
all
about
World of Warcraft is.
bullets and weapons
No,
and.
all that's done on the back end. As
whatever.
soon as we pushed all
Now
this
we're
stuff
talking
to
about
Azure,
game design here.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
None
Yeah,
of us are game designers.
No, we did segue into game design briefly, but yes, that's how you do it. You push it to the edge, or to the cloud from the edge. Yeah. All right, I'm going to jump on a story. Corsair buys Origin PC to boost its gaming rig efforts. Now, this is only interesting to me because we're friends with Kevin Wazalewski, the CEO of Origin PC. So, good news for him. And it seems like he's still keeping his job. Like, they're kind of like a wholly owned subsidiary thing. And they still have their own offices and everything else. But this seems smart for Corsair because it now takes one of your biggest custom PC companies and it really steers a whole bunch of the things from cooling to memory to you name it to yourself as a vendor, which is weird because you're bigger than the company that you bought, but that company actually produces more earnings on your components, which is, it seems, you know what I mean? It's so weird. It's like very cyclical, but yeah, I think it's a great thing. I don't know. I feel like a lot of these custom PC companies are already in bed with either NVIDIA or AMD because they're usually they're only building one type of PC anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I would buy a gaming PC rig. I'd want to, like, I built my own. I
I
bought all
built
the
my own too, yeah.
components separately. And I mean, unless I just don't see serious gamers buying a full gaming PC. I think that most of them would like to buy the components individually to suit what they want.
That's not true.
As long as your custom PC site offers the options that you want. If I could have got my PC built from a place that builds custom PCs and picked all the same things, I absolutely would have had them do it, because they have the practice in cable management. They have the practice in all the things that how do I fit my hand through here to get this here? Like that, just saving that time, I would have paid an extra couple $100 to take that out of the picture if I could have got the same PC. And I think Hit would agree.
Yeah. Like the story I was going to tell is Joel's brother, Sub. He fucking is the biggest gamer ever. Yep. That guy got a gaming PC. Like he's like, fuck, I don't know any of that stuff. Like, I don't know what the percentage of people that game on PC are knowledgeable of their parts, or
at least they're knowledgeable of a couple parts. They're like, I know I want this NVIDIA card, right, and I know I want the best RAM and the best. Like that's all people think. Like if you can narrow it down to someone just picking their video card and they just want the best of everything else. I want it water cooled. I want the fastest RAM. I want the biggest SSDs available. Why not buy it from someone that builds this isn't like Joe Shitbird at fucking Best Buy building it. This is like a company that deals in high-end gaming PCs.
Like when I built my PC, I don't know if you guys ever heard of this site, PC Part Picker.
That's what I always use.
It's
it tells you what's compatible with. Yes,
so automated. Like it's just like I didn't have to know anything. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you got that motherboard? Well, then you can only pick these kinds of RAM.
Exactly.
You're like, okay, I'll pick those kinds of RAM then. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I am. Like, and I know what I'm doing, but I still didn't understand exactly why I had to pick certain RAM and not other RAM.
Right.
But,
I don't know. I maybe it's just me. I just always thought if you were serious about it, you'd want to buy whatever you wanted to fit what you needed. I always saw these gaming PC companies as something that Timmy, 13-year-old kid, says, "Mom, I want a gaming PC, and this is the one I want." That's where I saw most of their sales market going towards.
I think that's more of your Best Buy gaming PCs. I think that's more of your Alienwares. I think these sites let you customize the same way that we do on PC Parts Picker. The only difference is someone else is assembling it for you, and they are testing it after the fact, and they're giving you a warranty on all your shit. Like if you buy the wrong memory and put it in your motherboard and you fucking blow something, that's on you, bro. But these guys own all of that part. So I think these guys have a great service. I would definitely use them if they had all the things I wanted.
You know what I think they should do is I think they should sponsor us.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a ham-fisted sponsorship segue. Yeah.
Send that segment right to them right now and say, please give us money.
Yeah, I'm all for Corsair doing this. Yeah, it's like I love Origin PC. I love Kevin Wazlewski. Yeah, like this is just great news for both sides. So that's all I was saying.
So if you go to Corsair to buy a PC, make sure you send an email and say that Too Old to Play recommended that you go there.
Definitely let them know.
Yes.
Yeah, there was one year, it was either E3 or PAX East, where we were talking to Kevin about maybe doing something together, but we never connected on it. So Kevin, now that you're cash rich, maybe it's our time to get together, buddy. Let's do it. Let's do something, you and me. I'll talk to you at the next event. Oh, all right.
He's not listening.
Probably not. No. Although he always pretends he does. But then you have people like Michael Pachter you think would never listen, and then one time Code says something about Michael Pachter on the show that he disagrees with him, and then Pachter emails me and he's like, what the fuck? Like, I have all this research behind this thing, and he sends me all his reports and everything else, and then the very next episode I was like, I don't know why Code said that. Like, this is legit. Like, so.
Well, there's scrapers out there that maybe, they're transcribing our audio into text. They're getting a text scrape, and anytime he sees his name pop up, he's getting the feed.
But Michael Pachter.
So let's start dropping names like crazy.
So many times. Like, Pachter he is literally the smartest guy in games. Like, when you read the stuff that he says, like you're like, oh, I didn't think of that, but that makes sense. And then sure enough, like, whether it's 2 weeks later or 6 months later or a year later, whatever he said, his predictions come true. Like, Code and I did the calculations at one point when one of those old shows. It's like 95% of the time. What other analyst is right 95% of the time? Like, it's insane. Pachter is literally the smartest guy now. So,
Pachter. Come on, call us.
Now you're just dropping his name because you think you're scraping this audio? No one is scraping our audio and transcribing it.
YouTube does it automatically. Come on.
HQ.
Alexa, stop.
Oh, well, you fixed that already.
I turned the volume all the way down. I thought it was going to be off, but it wasn't.
Only on Mondays. Don't remind me.
All right. We got two more stories that go really quick. I'll take the first one. Microsoft details content first Xbox One dashboard redesign. So basically, the nut of this is they're changing the dashboard. There's going to be tiles instead of like the little tabs at the top. There's going to be tiles at the top with your favorite games, most recently played games. It's going to make it quicker for you to power up your Xbox and get to your games.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good thing. Weird thing, getting rid of Cortana on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does that mean though? Like I can't use voice commands anymore.
You can use voice commands through your phone or through your Alexas or everything else, but not through the Xbox anymore.
I have my Kinect, and I tell it to. Like,
we still have our Kinects on there too, but
will that work?
No, because you can't say
they're taking that away.
But it's not away because we even stopped using that because we can do it from any room now. We can just say,
"No, they're taking that away." Don't no, please no. Please tell me you're lying. Please tell me you don't
have an
know.
Alexa in your house.
Yeah, you don't have any ALEXAs.
Why would I tell Amazon to record a clip
Alexa,
on my Xbox?
stop.
Like, this sounds crazy. Why not just use the Xbox to tell the Xbox to do it?
Because you can say ALEXA, tell Xbox
I'm not gonna go to Burger
on.
King and order a fucking Big Mac and be like, yeah, go to McDonald's and get me a Big Mac.
But you're already telling ALEXA to do stuff anyway.
Oh my god.
Right?
I'm so pissed.
And because of ALEXA's like complete ecosystem, you could do something like she could turn on the Xbox and dim your lights or whatever all at the same time.
No. Zero fucks given. I'm pissed. I'm out.
Huh?
Outraged.
I guess the next couple of years are going to be PlayStation for it.
Yep.
Well, you're going to tell them.
I'm in the preview, and one of my Xboxes did get that dashboard update already, and it's nice, but it looks very static. It doesn't look user-friendly right away. It moved it more...
Think about the old dashboards, though. Like when we used to get the new ones for the 3 shitty, and everyone's like, this one sucks. It's only because we're used to the old one that the new one always seems sucky.
I want them to bring back Blades. Blades.
No one has said that.
Was the best
I had
they
to
ever
bring
had.
Up,
That's like somebody saying the PlayStation dashboard is the best thing ever.
The cross media bar. Oh, yeah, it goes sideways and it goes up and down. So it wasn't up and down, yeah. Even PlayStation got rid of that. So, well, technically, sort of, because even though their newer, fancier one is still a skinned cross media bar, basically. But, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be weird not talking directly to the XBOX, but I feel like once we had the skill on all of our Alexas, because we now have 11 Alexas in the house, I feel like we started just directly going through the Alexa every time for everything. Alexa, stop.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I said it by mistake. There's only so many times you can spell something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so eventually you it just becomes easier because like if you're going to sit down and watch a movie, you're going to you used to tell CORTANA to turn one thing on, then you were like ALEXA, do this to the lights, and then you know what I mean? ALEXA, turn the popcorn popper off. Like everything else, but then now you can just talk to. What the fuck, bro?
What was that?
That's you. And then
my buddy Matt. Sorry.
Well, see, I'm not even playing tonight, so yeah. So now you can just talk to one thing and have it do everything. So, all right. Last story: Pokemon Go adding shiny Rayquaza this week. Hit, you gonna catch it?
Great story.
I'll try. I don't know. Is it still a chance or is it a guarantee?
No, it's like everything else. Like when you go there and you don't know until after you've fucking beat the raid whether
Yeah,
it's
no
going to be
thanks.
shiny.
I'm out.
So, all right.
I'm still trying to get the with the new
Team
form of Detox, Deoxys.
Deoxys?
Yeah, I'm still trying to get an EX raid, but no dice so far.
Yeah,
Hey, did you guys know that in Pokemon Go you can search by
Type, fire,
No.
electric.
like
Shiny.
100% IVs,
Yeah.
all that stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons of secret keywords.
Yeah. My friends at Comic Con were teaching me about it. I'm like, what? Like, some of us didn't even know.
Yeah, now you can do shadow, and it shows you all your shadow moments. You can do purified to find the ones that you've purified after they were shadowed. Yeah, I've used those forever because it made it so easy to see your shinies
So
or
easy.
something else. Yeah.
And the new appraisal system is pretty cool.
Oh, your new appraisal system. It's like now I can do one screenshot of the appraisal, goes into PokeGenie, boom, boom, change name with the keyboard add-on, done. And I don't even want to hear about your shit, Sultan.
It's still pretty good to like see what is shit and what's good.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to transfer all those screenshots to PokeGenie.
Yeah, you only have to do one if you want to change the name to have the IV and everything else in it. So.
Yeah, PokeGenie on the Android's been doing that forever.
Yeah, we don't want to hear it because your Android, that's going to get blocked at some point. Nobody wants some other app running in your app.
Yeah,
It does, no, it runs.
no dice.
It runs separately. It doesn't run in the app.
Now, eventually, Niantic is going to
have to tap through
kibosh on
the. You
that.
just had to tap through the appraisal, and it was capturing everything as you tap through it. So
That's called
it
cheating.
wasn't in the
Cheater.
game.
Niantic is not going to be a fan of that. No.
We're purists. Pure.
Yep. We do it the right way.
All right.
All right. Well, that wraps up all of
It
our.
was using that Pokemon map for the longest time there.
All right. So, wow. All right. Well, if anyone have stuff you want to talk next week, let us know. 773-527-2961. Email us podcast@toolplay.com. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. We'll talk about it. Yeah. All right. You can also comment on this episode's thread in the Tool to Play homepage. And sponsors, remember. I was going to change it up tonight, but then I went back to my same thing that's written on the screen. Remember, if you're out there in your Corsair or your Origin PC and you want to sponsor us,
Or
let
your
us know.
Tito's or Hopwinds Brewery.
Yeah. We love you guys. So just let us know, sponsor us, and you can even tell us what you want to pay, and we'll probably take it because it's probably more than we get for not having a sponsor. And then we'll have kind of an arrangement, and we can work from there in the future once you see your sales go up exponentially. Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool Play related at twitter.com/tooltoplay. Everything podcast related is at twitter.com/still_got_game. I king the internet. Got everything that's fucking holy with twitter.com/Derek Nolan.
I'm at twitter.com/i6hitman.
I'm at twitter.com/Selden007.
Facebook the fuck out of us. Facebook.com/tool-to-play and Facebook.com/Derek Nolan. These guys don't even exist on Facebook. Yeah.
I do. You can find me.
Oh, Selden's back. Come on in. The water's warm.
Go ahead.
I don't know what your Facebook is. You have to tell them.
No,
you don't,
they
you
can
don't
find
have
me.
to get back in. All right. You can just search for Selden.
Yeah.
We have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/tool-to-play. That's where we have all of our archive video content, where it's episodes of this show, whether it's soon to be returning Hits Quick Hits, whether it's Tiff's soon to be returning amateur interviews, whether it's Selden's From the Floor Dick Cam, whether it's whatever show it is. I'm not sure that was the name of Selden's show. That was just the angle of the camera. I'm not even sure it had a name, or did it? No, it had a name because it was segregated on our YouTube channel into its own thing. What was it called?
I don't know. It was quick. I don't know. It was. I don't even know if I ever had an official title for it.
Hit gave it a name so he could put it in its own playlist. But yeah, so Selden's show where he shoots from the floor is a weird camera angle. Like, not a lot of directors would go with that. Like, you tell your DP, like, hey, we're going to film this one from the ground up. And they'd be like, what? But Selden, he was pioneering in the video field, and he shot those things low to high. Like,
I was editing those things like a champ, though.
oh, you were on the Xbox, which is even weirder.
Selden 007's weekly recap.
There we go. That's what it was.
With the save, I knew it had a name. So all of our archive video content like that is on YouTube. So go youtube.com/tool-to-play and subscribe there. Please rate and review the podcast in iTunes. One time I made a dumb mistake, and every time I change the name of the show, I created a new thing in iTunes, and we have never had the same amount of comments and likes or anything as we did way back when we were Tool Type Radio. So if you want to throw us a bone, just go there. Boom, 5 stars, takes 1 second. If you have 5 extra seconds, they are gods. Submit. Write something nice like that. Even if you want to copy and paste they are gods, like I'll put that in the description of the show so that you only have to highlight it, copy, paste, submit. Boom. Yeah. I'll change the description of the show. They are gods. And then you can just take that and use it. We have a Discord channel where we talk about stuff in the show. People can get in touch with us, hang out, do whatever. Our Discord is at tooltoplay.com/SGG Discord. That's SGG like Still Got Game Discord, all in lowercase. Go there and join up on the Discord, and we'll hang out. We'll talk to you when you're at work, and we're at work, and we'll have fun. It's like a social thing. We can be friends offline, online. Yeah. We also have a Mixer channel, mixer.com/tooltoplay. That is where we fucking broadcast this shit live to you each and every Monday night. We come to you live from our fucking fancy ass studios and we bring it to you. So yeah, go to mixer.com/tooltoplay and subscribe there and follow us, and you'll know whenever we go live. I also have my own personal Mixer channel. I'm at mixer.com/Derek Nolan.
I'm at mixer.com/Isaac Hitman.
I'm at mixer.com/Selden007.
All right, and I guess before we wrap up, I want to remind you all, you can join us each and every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, mixer.com/tooltoplay. And on that, why don't we wrap this episode up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I'm Roger Hitman Roken.
I'm Selden007.
$3.5 fucking million.